What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be reviewing 3 completely new AI tools that Facebook/Meta is releasing to help us with our advertising in 2024. These are just 3 of their most recent releases, and I'm going to be making these videos every single time that they release something new to keep you guys up to date, to showcase how you can utilize this for your brand. But the 3 tools we're going to be talking about today are image expansion, background generation, and text variations. I'm going to break all 3 of these down and show you how they work and how you can utilize them for your brand. As always, guys, all the links are in the description if you want to work with our agency or one-on-one coaching. But without further ado, let's dive in. So guys, let's start with one of the coolest ones right off of the bat that I think is going to be extremely useful for advertisers and people just in general advertising on Facebook. And that's going to be the image expansion tool, right? And so what this is going to allow advertisers to do is if you have a regular 9:16 photo, or if you have a regular 1:1 photo and you're advertising, let's say on a placement in, someone's regular Instagram feed, normally if you do not have that 9:16 photo, then what's going to happen is when that ad is shown in the story creative area, it's either going to be cropped really weird or it's just going to show up with black bars on top. Now, obviously from a visual standpoint, this is not the most pleasing and probably not going to get you the highest return in terms of the creative that you're using if it's in a incorrect placement. And so what image expansion does is basically utilize generative fill, essentially allowing AI to reimagine what the top, bottom, or like the outside of what the cropped area is in a photo, and AI is going to generate that and ultimately just fill it for you. That way you can upload a 1:1 image ad, and image expansion will allow you to be able to use that in a story ad as a 9:16. And instead of it normally just being zoomed in and cropped to fit that area, it's actually going to expand and recreate the image that is outside of the original crop. And so to give you a quick summary, what image expansion does is essentially automatically expand the image to fit different aspect ratios of different placements, whether it's a story ad, whether it's a feed ad. This way, you as an advertiser and as a brand don't have to spend time producing a 9:16 photo, a 1:1 photo, creating different images for different placements. Now Facebook's AI is going to be able to do this for you. Ultimately, it's going to come across so much more natural. That way you can have an ad in a placement on a feed as well as in a story and in an Instagram reel, and each of those are going to look as organic as possible. Now, number 2 is a super cool one, and it's kind of similar to image expansion, but it's more so focused on background creation, essentially, like it's called background generation. And so oftentimes, especially in the e-commerce space, brands have a ton of beautiful product images, but unfortunately, generally they're pretty plain backgrounds, right? Whether it's just a completely white image, or maybe there's some sort of just simple background that was taken during the photo shoot. Essentially what background generation is going to do is allow us to create multiple backgrounds for us to use as an advertiser. So instead of having to legitimately go to the beach to take a product shot there, you can just simply upload your high quality product shots once and place them in legitimately hundreds, if not thousands, of different backgrounds to test what's going to work the best for you and ultimately what's going to fit the vibe of your brand. Now, the way that this works as of right now is not just any image you can upload. These are specifically product/catalog images. So as of right now, like I mentioned, majority of product catalog images on Facebook are just a product image with a white background. This could become very plain. And what this is allowing us to do now is change the individual background on each individual product, right? So when you click yes on these and you agree, maybe you want to put your, this like shoe on a beach or something, not all of your product images will take on that background, just the one that you've selected. And this is really cool because it's going to allow you to select multiple different backgrounds for multiple different SKUs, right? Let's say you have a summer collection, you can put them on the beach or someplace sunny. And then when you guys are having your winter collection, you can, obviously switch that to snow, etc. Now, this may not sound like a really big change, but from a consumer's perspective, now they're going to be able to visualize products in different settings that may actually elicit a response from them that they wouldn't have otherwise if it was just that plain background image. And as of right now, the only way to implement this is through an Advantage Plus campaign using your dynamic product ads. And from there, you can choose each image and it's going to give you up to 4 variations that you can obviously give it a prompt on and make your selection from there. I'm sure these sort of tools are going to be continuously developing as we lead into 2024. And then last but not least, this is going to be a huge aid to all advertisers, and this is going to be text variations. So simply what this does, it's going to use Facebook's AI and all of the information that it has to generate multiple variations of ad copy based off the original text that you're giving the Facebook ad. And I can quickly see this becoming a huge help in determining different marketing angles, different selling points, different USPs, and different ways to approach the customer in ways your copywriter may not have thought of before. And obviously, like I mentioned before, Facebook has so much information on the consumer that I wouldn't be surprised if this text variation starts spitting out pieces of ad copy that are much higher performing than anything we would have generated originally. originally. And so as of right now, you can add up to 5 variations of text that will be suggested from the original text. And you can obviously edit this and tweak it a little bit, or you can just use it as is. And the best parts of this is that you can just simply A/B test the copy and figure out which is performing better. The more that Facebook continues to implement these sort of tools, the quicker and easier it's going to become for advertisers to achieve their desired result on Facebook and Meta. As these sort of things continue to develop and these tools continue to grow, I'm going to be making updated videos on these continuously. I already have a video in the pipeline on some of the top AI tools you can be using for your e-commerce brand overall outside of Facebook, so definitely make sure to subscribe and keep tuned for that. But as always, guys, I really do hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to leave the link to the articles below in the description so you guys can read this yourself. Definitely leave a like and subscribe, leave a comment. It really does help with the algorithm and all that to make sure that these videos get pushed to the right people. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one.